trying a ton of street food to get the local feel of the city. Let's go! So we're right by the Cathedral, and there's a ton of shops and things selling a lot, so hopefully we can find some good food here.
Yeah, pretty sure the reason they have all this stuff here is because it's the Patronales week, and so it's just like a party every day downtown Santa Ana.
The first thing we're gonna try is elote locos, which is street corn. ¿Cuánto sería elote, un elote loco? $2? Sí?
So the elote loco is super famous just for being this crazy slathered corn on the cob, and they stick with a stick and then just put a bunch of spices on it, like cheese and crazy stuff. Gracias.
This is so good. It's so salty. There's so many flavors going on. The mayo's creamy. All the sauces are creamy. And the cheese really adds a lot to it. And the corn is really soft.
You gonna eat the whole thing?
Es loca.
I respect the craziness, but yeah, it's just not for me. Reyka is pounding it down though. Check her out. You're almost done.
Gosh, good.
You were hungry. Any other boyfriends out there get to carry all the stuff? I'm with you.
All right, we're checking out the Cathedral, Señora Santa Ana, and it is so beautiful. The architecture is just so ornate.
It's honestly just such a stark contrast going from outside the festival, los Patronales, to inside where there's just a service happening. They sold football jerseys in the cathedral. Never seen that. Coconut water has a ton of electrolytes and they sell it all over around here, and they have a stand right here. He chops it up with a machete. It's super cool. Classic, so good, so refreshing. If you've never had coconut water straight out of it, you're missing out. We're here on a Saturday, and it seems like people are just spending this day off work, just chilling with their families out. It's just cool to be like part of local culture. As gringos, we are standing out quite a bit. A lot of stares, but it's not like hostile, they're just curious, I think. Yuca Frita?
Yuca Frita!
Oh, wow. Wow, okay.
Gracias.
Gracias.
The next thing we're gonna try is Yuca Frita. Yuca is a starchy vegetable similar to potatoes but a little bit more stringy, and it's fried, and on top they have salsa y curtido, which looks like just like a bunch of veggies and cabbage and sauce. Cheers! Ooh! That was so good. It does taste similar to a French fry, and the salsa is spicy, and the veggies on top really add a nice extra crunch and freshness to it.
It's just wonderful. It has a crispiness of a potato, and even is a little bit more crispy because it has those layers, and each one kind of crunches, so you're going through layers of crunch. Seems great. It was only $1. Like, where else do you get this for $1, yeah?
About yuca is it's a little bit sweeter than a potato. I feel like it has some sort of like sweet aftertaste, which is different, and I like it a lot.
El Salvador, you do your yuca right. That might be the best yuca I've ever had. Phenomenal, wow.
Santa Ana is so creative. They actually have a makeshift carousel they made from a platform and like toy plastic cars that you can buy from like a market, and then you manually push them and it turns.
She has to manually push start it, but then she clicks a machine button that whirs it up, and now it's spinning with the machine. But there's also, look at this, merry-go-round right here. It's only for kids, otherwise I'd totally do it. But look at these gears and stuff. It's like crazy. So all of this celebration is called La Fiesta de los Patronales. This city is called Santa Ana, and so therefore they're celebrating the patron saint of this city, which lo and behold is Saint Anne, or Santa Ana.
Yeah.
It's just super fun, and you can feel the community just showing out and supporting each other, laughter, kids playing, music, so much music, just really wholesome vibes. Guys, how pretty is Santa Ana? Like just walking around, everything is so colonial, colorful. They all have tejas on top of the roofs. They're those little round clay tablets. You heard that guy just yell El Salvador? So many people welcome us. Like Santa Ana just has such great vibes, guys.
Is that seriously a helicopter pad there?
I think so.
What do they need that for?
I know, right? In the middle of the street. Okay, we're going to a little neighborhood pasteleria, which is like a bakery. Muchas gracias. Ah, sí, gracias.
I'm excited.
That was so nice. He was going to give it to us for free.
I know. He basically did. I bet it's more than just a quarter.
Home sweet home. Here is our quaint $30 a night Airbnb. Very messy.
It's a mess.
Should we show them this? I feel like this is relatable. Everyone's dirty like this, you know?
I guess.
Look at this oasis.
Alrighty, let's try some treats.
Okay, so our first El Salvadorian delicacy that we're gonna try is called ilusiones, or illusions in English. But I guess it's this sweet bread which has been caramelized and has a ton of sugar on the bottom, and then it's topped with panela. Panela is like whole cane sugar that's not refined and doesn't have any chemical additives. We asked for the most El Salvadorian treat in the pasteleria, and this is what he showed us, so. Every bite's so rich, and the bread is like layered, kind of like a thick croissant. The bottom has little grain sugar, and then the top is like this syrupy stuff. It kind of tastes like a s'more a little bit, but without the chocolate, like a marshmallow and graham cracker. Really good. I love how they give you this plastic because they know that the syrup would get everywhere.
Ooh. It gets stuck in your teeth. It's definitely softer than I expected. I thought it was gonna be super crunchy, but the bread is a little bit softer. Two big things about it is it's very kind of smoky and caramelized-y, if that makes sense. Interesting. Different than anything I've ever had before, for sure. Tres Leches cake in Santa Ana, El Salvador. For those of you who don't know what Tres Leches cake is, it's a vanilla cake topped with frosting, cinnamon, and a cherry. And then they jam pack it with like several different types of milk. And you can just see the milk is all soaked up from the cake. You can even see the milk on the bottom there. It's moving a little bit with it, yeah? Delicious. It was in the fridge, so it's cold, which is so nice on this hot day. The milk just makes the cake so moist. And the frosting is just very fluffy, and I love the little cinnamon aftertaste.
So Tres Leches is common throughout all of Latin America, and it honestly just never fails to impress. This always happens. There's a good dessert, and then Reyka just goes over in the corner and tries to eat it all. Hey, hey you. I see you. Hey, hey. So it's later the day after the desserts. We just kind of chilled. It was really hot earlier, so we wanted to rest her. So right in Santa Ana, one of the best pupuserias there are is La Ceiba. Pupusas are like the El Salvadorian food. They've been called the heartbeat of El Salvadorian cuisine. We're at one of the best. It's gonna be awesome. We're pumped. And so how this works is each pupusa is about $1. Because people order so many, it's easier to just like mark them on the paper. So we're gonna just do up our little order and then get a whole bucket load of pupusas. It's gonna be awesome. It's funny when they're making the pupusas to like flatten them out, they go with the dough and then they slap it on so that it's like full even, but they're like experts. They just go back and forth. And even when you're walking around El Salvador, you can just see people like just going, or like hear it even in the distance, just, and you know they're making pupusas.
La de cebolla
Okay.
y una chicharrón frijol.
Here are our pupusas. I'm super excited. We got a ton of different types. I'm gonna try the camarón or the shrimp one. And what they do here is at all the pupuserias, they have this cortito, is what they call it, which is basically just a bunch of veggies that are like pickled. And then they have tomato sauce. I'm gonna put it on top.
Yeah, load it on there.
Whoop.
That looks great.
All right. The tomato and the cortito adds a nice crunch and also a spice to it. The cheese with the shrimp is so good, salty, savory, warm, delicious. I love pupusas so much.
We've been eating pupusas like non-stop for the past week since we've been here. This one is a cilantro pupusa, and then I just dumped the cortito and the tomato sauce on top. I kind of like fold it. If there's any El Salvadorians out there, you can tell me if that's like bad to fold it. This might be my favorite food in Latin America, like topping tacos, topping burritos. Pupusas are just so consistently amazing. The breading, we got corn breading, you could also get rice. It's just phenomenal. There's cheese, veggies, salsa, like everything you could want. They're very easy to eat. You can just eat them with your hands. All right, we polished those off pretty quick. Which one are you going next?
Next is the chicharrón, which is a super popular meat here. It's basically pork, I think, right?
Yeah, I think it's a type of pork.
It's a type of pork. And it's super popular in Latin America. They also have beans in there. So good. Warm. I know I say that all the time, but it's so warm. The meat is really good. You can see it on the inside there. Really soft, tender.
The cortito really helps it a lot, I think. All those pupusas, $5 for 2 people. That's a good deal for dinner. Guys, that was phenomenal.
Pupusas just hit every time.
They do. Like, I'm just trying to eat as many as I can while I'm here, just to like get everything, you know? Like, how often are we gonna have this good pupusas? We just gotta come back. Maybe we just moved to El Salvador.
It's been an absolute treat meeting the people, exploring the sights, and trying the food of El Salvador so far. And we cannot wait to continue exploring this beautiful country. Make sure to subscribe to get notified whenever we post new videos. Thank you so much for watching this one, and we'll see you in the next one.